Sociopathic ways to win your crush. The spiciest and most controversial is at the end. Love bomb the shit out of them. You do this by managing their dopamine levels. A clever way to start doing this is to find out their insecurities. Once you know this, you know exactly how to compliment them in the most beautiful way, because they know that they have always been thinking about how this is their worst trait.
Have you ever had a dream that
But then you come along and you make them feel great about it. If your target is a woman, you have to know that women are always complimented on only our appearances. You need to take an interest in what that girl is doing. Let this person talk about their interests with you. For example, I had to endure this guy telling me about car journalism and talking about cars every single minute of the day whenever I was with him. But he had really nice cheekbones, so I kind of went along with it. If they feel like they can be themselves with you, they will want to be with you. That brings me to my second point, faking authenticity. I know that sounds terrible, but it has a very special purpose, and that is becoming a social chameleon that can mirror and talk about anything this person wants to discuss. If they love wine, it's not going to hurt you to talk about Merlot or Cab Sauv. It's just a little bit of extra research that will go a very long way. I personally use this more for careers as well. So whenever I go for a job interview, I make sure I find out who is interviewing me first. I will look them up and try and find as many interests about them as I can. That way, when I go into the interview, not only am I prepared for the job, I'm also prepared to talk about their favorite hobbies like knitting or crochet. You know I love crochet. I've been crocheting a blanket. People like this shit. People really resonate with being fake. If you are yourself all the time, you're gonna piss people off. You need to bring them in and have them be comfortable before you can start pissing them off. The mask will fall eventually, but by then it's too late. Isn't that right, Sam?
That's right. Big one.
I really care about tennis.
No, your favorite player's jock.
When you're faking authenticity, it'll be very easy to infiltrate their friendship groups. People require validation from their friends. So what you need to do is impress their friends, or otherwise you need to stay well away from their group chats because you will not like what's going on there. But if you are in her friendship group and she's chatting with the girls and they all think, oh yeah, he might not be that good looking, but at least he likes your interests, or he takes you to the art gallery because you love German expressionism. It really comes in handy. If you are a woman trying to get a man, you know that men struggle with commitment. What you need to do is make sure his friends make him realize what a fantastic woman you are. You are the cool girl. Just be the cool girl until you can be yourself. As Amy from Gone Girl said, men love the cool girl. And I always say men love bitches. But you're not going to be a bitch to his friends. You're going to go into the friendship group and they're going to tell that guy how much you would fit into their group and how you are the best option for him. They will be like, oh bro, she's gorgeous. You're playing on whatever you think that he likes. They're going to assume you are genuinely like that. There will be no reason for them to not be complimenting you. If his mates are like, oh bro, she's so good for you, or she's fantastic, he is very likely to listen to them. Now that you've infiltrated their friendship group, it's time to eliminate the competition. The way you do this is by triangulating. You need to belittle the competition and whatever she or he does, of course, behind their back. You guys said you wanted the dirty stuff, right? You'll never be wrong if someone's backing up your opinions. I'm going to tell you a funny little story, which is not so funny because it pissed me off. When I was at university, I was dating this guy. We'll call him John. John was extremely good looking and I was insanely into him, okay? But he was a bit of a player and I wasn't gonna lock it down into a relationship unless he was being committed to me. Therefore, I wasn't doing anything physically. You know what I mean? I was really interested in this other guy named Peter, and Peter had everything I was looking for in a guy. Like, he was like my dream guy, essentially. Sorry, Sam. But John had been telling me that Peter was gay. So I didn't even flirt with Peter. Even when he was flirting with me, I thought he was just a gay guy being friendly. All of John's little comments really got to me, and I only got one date with Peter before he moved to Europe. This last one is the most sinister, but also the most foolproof, and that is false intimacy. The way you do this is by taking on a sociopath's charisma, charm, and the lack of boundaries we have with other people. Normally, people who don't have aspd have a wall up between themselves and another person, which they often have to break through in order to create a relationship. Now, We don't have that wall. We become whoever we need to be to win something. So we're trying to win this crush. And the way you're doing this is by making them feel so comfortable with you. Even though they've only known you for a couple of days or a couple of hours, you need to be one with them. You can do this by faking vulnerability. You can tell them about little things about you. You need to make them feel like they have this relationship and bond with you, that they feel like they can say anything they want to you because you will hold it in confidence. Let's say something bad happened to one of their family members. You could resonate with this. Perhaps something like this happened to one of your family members. I know this is a dirty one. It is very dirty. That about wraps it up. Go forth, my sociopathic army.